We're very pleased to have you here, attend the awards presentation for AUC TAMEER Water Tower Competition. I would like to invite President Ricciardoni to give you his welcome remarks.
Thank you very much, Soha. And to you, especially Soha, and to Alia from TAMEER, to everybody, to Maha Al-Gindi, the Career Development Center, to our wonderful faculty members. We have several here today. Nagla, Samir, Magda Mostafa, John Hoy, I've spotted. Are there others? I see our provost has come in. And to our wonderful students. We're beginning now because I understand that the winning team is here. Actually, all three winning teams are here because everybody has truly won something important in terms of the experiential learning that this is all about, and in terms of the partnership that this has helped us develop with our neighborhood. So the beginning of this project, I think everyone knows, but in case you don't, the seeds of it actually came before I arrived on campus. I had been recruited. I was all excited about coming, at least as excited as I still am. And I read about the neighborhood initiative that Professor Mustafa was working, and she had had a conference on the neighborhood initiative before, and it was something we were doing kind of in parallel with AUB. They have their own. So when I got on campus, one of the first people I wanted to speak with was Magda, and she gave me a bunch of books and the conference proceedings, and we started talking about how can AUC in our new Cairo campus be what AUC has been in our old Cairo campus, integrated, an engine of richness of life, quality of life, a just, clean, livable, wonderful place to live and be integrated, where people felt we were part of everything. Because we're still a relative, it's new Cairo and it's still new and it isn't fully developed. And we wanted to be that vibrant center of life here. So with Magda Mostafa, and then others who came in, not only on faculty, but also staff. Haynes Mahoney is here, was with us for a year, almost a year, putting together this initiative to reach out to the community in all ways that matter, in ways of life for collaborations, and then to have it be part of our learning, which is our core enterprise here, and to have the students involved with the community. So we, along the way, discovered the TAMEER people and Antoine Khoury, whom from the first moment we talked about this and what we might do together, we talked about different ways we could collaborate, what TAMEER's interests are in the AUC community, as prospective clients, but certainly definitely as neighbors. And we started looking at common interests, and his excitement at what we do in teaching and learning, especially experiential learning, led to a lot of different ideas flying around, kind of brokered by several of our faculty members, and we just put it all together. There's a lot of interesting details, and different ones of us can tell the story. I'm really delighted that here we are. We celebrated the launch of the competition. When was that? Last December? October. So in the beginning of fall term. And we had this wonderful competition. Now we have the three finalists together. And in a little while, Maha Al-Gindi will announce the winner. But before we do that, Antoine Khoury is here. And he will speak about the experience from TAMEER's side. And also the way ahead, because we're not done yet. We will announce as I say, three winners really, the winning team with the design that has been selected by this jury. You can say as much as you like about the process, I think everybody knows it. And then how we're going to continue having student involvement in the execution. And by the way, we hope to be able, we're looking at when we might inaugurate. We could push it and rush it and maybe get it done by the end of June, but this is something we want to do right, really right, that will be enduring and will get a lot of attention from the neighbors. And so we thought to put it off until September when everybody will be back. I know we'll lose some of our graduating seniors. Anyway, some of the contestants have been already graduated seniors. But we thought that September would be the time to really get this worldwide attention. And we also will talk with our friends at AUB. There's a Beirut connection that you'll hear about in a minute. TAMEER's parent organization is one of them, or cousin parent, I guess, is Solidaire, which has done amazing things in transforming Beirut. So we'll talk about possible collaboration with AUB too. So this is so exciting. What a moment, what a milestone. And I'm going to let Mr. Khouri speak. Once again, Antoine, thank you, thanks your team. What a great collaboration this has been. All of us from AUC have really enjoyed it, learned a lot, and we're really looking forward to the next steps. Please, Antoine.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. President. You have talked about this project for a few minutes and you never mentioned the name of the water tower. So you have talked about neighborhood, you have talked about community, you have talked about students, you have talked about faculty, about TAMEER, about community, about people. You never spoke about the water tower. You know why? Because actually the water tower is not our hero. Because you are our heroes, guys. This project is your baby. This project is your baby, and it would have never happened without the passion, the determination, the commitment, the hard work of each one of you. Students, faculty, thank you very much for the steering committee members. Thank you very much for AUC Career Center. Maha, thank you very much for your support. Suha, thank you very much for your coordination, and thank you for TAMEER team. So we are today finishing the promise phase and going into the delivery phase. Few months ago, Mr. President and myself made a promise to offer you an opportunity to be exposed to a real life project, to a real business experience with budget constraints, with communication constraints, with method statement constraints, in addition to the art aspects. You have been through all of this experience. We hope that you have learned and you have created something. And today, TAMEER is going to take over your dream and make it become reality. Today, it will become our responsibility to fund, to manage, to organize, to power this these ideas that you have created, and to turn them into a reality that we are offering together to the community of New Cairo. And we are curious, very curious to see how would this project inspire other people in the future, whether inside AUC or outside AUC. We hope that it's going to inspire people all around Egypt. We know that there are projects that have started being initiated that have been inspired by the Water Tower project. We know that Muna Hussein, who is a member of the jury, is now launching an initiative to transform the Ashwaiyat in Egypt through a similar artwork initiative. So we are very happy to see that it's not only about creating something, it's also about initiating a dynamic and inspiring other people. In few moments, Maha will announce the winners. So one of you, the first award-winning team will be offered an educational trip to Beirut. I want to thank you, Bashir, for being with us today. Bashir is the head of design at Solidaire, who is not a parent company, by the way, but a very close friend company. And by the way, I'm sure that you know about Solidaire. Solidaire is a worldwide success story. And the award-winning team will spend a few days with Solidaire, discover the urban planning, but also the cultural, the political, the economical, the sociology aspects that have been lying behind Solidaire project, that have made the success of Solidaire story. the two other finalists will receive a symbolic cash reward, which is just to recognize the commitment and the creativity. And all of you, the three teams, will be offered a shadowing experience, a job shadowing experience in TAMEER at the department of your choice. So Mr. Isa Dafrawi, our HR director, will be happy to meet with them and to coordinate this. A few words about the production. So very soon we will start the production of your work. The production will be organized around 4 teams. An art production team that we are appointing, a contractor who will be supporting the art production team with logistics, like for instance scaffolding, lighting, etc. We will have an art consultant who will ensure that the work will be executed in compliance with your design, and the first award-winning team will have a say on the shop drawings before they are executed, because we want to ensure that the final work will be able to convey your idea, to convey your feelings. And we will also have a project management team who will be taking care of the budget, the method statement, the safety on the site, etc. So this is going to be the coming experience, the coming adventure, and we also hope that all the students who have participated to this competition, in particular the first award-winning team, will be involved in this experience and will learn from this experience. And we hope that at the end of this phase, of this production phase, and once you are back from Beirut, you will be able to share with your fellow students everything that you have learned about Solidaire, about regenerating a city center after a civil war, and about turning an ugly structure into an ugly functional structure, let's say, into a street art that has a soul and that has something to say to the community. My last word is to say that you and all the participating teams actually have received something from this project. It's not only about the awards. I think that you have understood that behind business there are people with values, and that business is not only about numbers. This is something that I have told you in October. I hope that you have been able to feel this. Our success is always measured with numbers and with facts, but actually behind business, we all try to do something that is not only about numbers. We try to do something that goes beyond financial success. You have also learned that we are all blessed with talents, different talents, and that when we put our talents together and we contribute them together, we can do beautiful things together. You have also learned that when we work together, we become friends, we become a community, and we overcome fences, because New Cairo is made of small communities with fences, and if we want New Cairo to be turned into a larger community, we need to find ways to overcome fences. And I hope also that you have learned that life is about give and take, and business is also about give and take. This is how it works, this is life, and this is how we grow. So as I said, today we are going into the production, into the delivery. We were in the say area and now we are in the do area. So we will take your project, we will take your dream, and we will turn it into a reality. And hopefully in September we will celebrate all together this initiative that we hope will be giving an inspiration, that will be an inspiration for other projects in Egypt. Thank you very much.
And now this is the exciting time of announcing the award-winning team. Anyhow, a bit of a background. 7 teams have originally joined the competition and submitted designs for the adjacent water tower. 3 qualified finalists have been selected by the jury committee based on the following criteria: aesthetic attractiveness and creativity, ability to achieve each of the project's objectives, ability to efficiently illustrate the Azad values and the project's theme, technical feasibility of the production, compliance to the agreed budget, and compliance to the conditions of the local authorities. The finalists in alphabetical orders are the Ciel, Colors of Life, HRSH Architects. The first award-winning team, as Antoine mentioned, will be invited to a fully paid educational trip to Beirut in collaboration with Solidaire for a presentation of urban planning, cultural, social, and economical aspect of the project that has regenerated the central district of Beirut after the civil war. The winning team will share their experience with the AUC community upon their return. The board of directors of TAMEER have selected the first award-winning team to be, any excitement? No, because it's equally the same. Yeah. The Ciel. The award goes to Nihal Aiz, Ghenwa Al-Mogi, Mariam Ismail, and Farah Habib. The two equal runners-up will receive a cash award of £30,000 in recognition of their commitment and success. In alphabetical order, Colors of Life, runners-up with Best Story distinction. Award goes to Heidi Helmi, Mustafa Ahmed, and Mirhan Amir. Equal runners-up with Best Architecture Design distinction, HRSH Architects, Rana Abdel Khaliq, Hana Shayati, Sana Sulaiman, and Hadi Isa. Again, congratulations, and looking forward to seeing the final design. And thanks to all those who participated, to the TAMEER board and Mr. Antoine and all the team, and to the AUC steering committee from AUC and TAMEER side, as well as the jury board. Thank you very much.
So, two quick last things. I noticed no one has yet signed our guest book. They're here at Watson House. We'd like to have our guests sign in. As AUCians, we have many distinguished visitors who come from outside, and all our AUC people are VIPs, and will go on to do great things in life. You would be surprised. I've kept these books from my past life, and people come back into one's life, and it's fun to see your signature. So when you AUC students come back as big shot architects or whatever you are going to be, you'll come back to Watson House, God willing, and find your signatures here. So please, everyone, student, faculty, staff, guests from TAMEER, please do sign our guest book. With that, I want to give a small token of a gift of scholarship and art from AUC. It's special. We reserve this for our VIP guests, to whom we're very grateful. It's simple. The value is an emotional value and a heartfelt value. We in AUC are celebrating our centennial. We were founded 100 years ago in February of 1919. In March of 1919, Egypt had its first, the first nationalist uprising against the British since the American Revolution, led by Saad Zaghloul. It brought all Egyptians together to establish their freedom and their dreams for independence. In that period, there was great music. We've researched it. We've recovered some of it from Saeed Darwish, and we have a special presentation of that. We spoke about it March 9th. We'll be presenting it in Alexandria this month, and I wanted to give a copy of that to you, Mr. Khouri and the TAMEER team. We hope you'll enjoy it. Very simple gift. Thank you for coming. Congratulations to everybody.